Want to rally your gaming group? Magic Stronghold has events daily. Magic, Pokemon, board games, Netrunner, and anything else you need to unleash the gamer within.
What's up, loyal listeners, lovely viewers at home? This is Max Nolan recording for MagicStronghold.com. We are going to be playing a deck that I have not given an official title yet. Its working title is Burn the Burn. Could also call it Juno Beach. You either get the reference or you don't. Canada deck wins. I kind of like that name, now that I've said it out loud. But regardless of what it's called, it's pretty cool. What it is basically a red-white burn/life gain deck. So, the only spell in the deck that's just a burn spell is Lightning Bolt here. Then we've got some dual life gain/burn in Lightning Helix. Both Bolt and Helix are modern staples, more or less. But we've also got War Leader's Helix, which is not normally a great card, but functions really well in this deck. It's actually sort of like a win condition. Win a lot of games with it. For life gain, we've got Sun Droplet. This is a card that, as of now, you're probably going to be seeing more from me. I actually thought about it because someone told me a story about it from Grand Prix Vancouver in 2008. And I was looking for sort of a budget way to disrupt aggro. I was like, Sun Droplet might be okay. So I stuck him in here, and it's worked really well. You know, it's not just good against burn. It's good against Delver decks. It's good against Zoo decks, any sort of fast aggro deck. It's also good against Blue-Eye Red Control, because that deck is actually a burn deck masquerading as a control deck. Sun Droplet is very, very handy against them. To round out the deck for control, we've got Path to Exile, Anger of the Gods. Then for mana support, we've got Boros Signet, which leads us to Blood Moon. We're playing Boros Signet as an accelerant and as a way to get around the Blood Moon cutting off of white mana. Originally, I was playing 4 Boros Signets and 23 lands. I just ended up drawing 2 Signets and not enough lands far too often. So I cut it to 24 lands and 3 Signets. So we've got Blood Moons. We're only playing 2 main decks. So decks like Tron or Jund, where you've killed all their kill conditions, but they're a better top deck than you are. This basically nullifies all their top decks. Then for win conditions, creatures, whatever you want to call them, we've got Spark Trooper, which is a pretty sweet guy. Some children yelling outside. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but it's summer. The kids are out. That's fine. Spark Trooper is another piece of life gain / burn damage. And finally, we've got Arc Slogger. When I built the deck, I had an idea of what it would be in my head, not on a budget. And I wanted this to be Thundermaw Hellkite. I'm like, he's kind of pricey, and I really like Arc Slogger, so I guess we'll give him a try. And he is phenomenal. I'm flabbergasted at what has transpired with this beast. The beast is beastin'. I'm going to let him speak for himself, much like the rest of the deck. You're going to see how big he comes up in a lot of games for me. Then the mana base. Temples are another thing you're going to be seeing from me a lot of. I'm really starting to like these cards in Modern. These help the deck run. I'm playing 4 of the red-white one, of course, and then 2 additional. They're red X, doesn't really matter which ones you use. Then we got some basic lands, Sacred Foundries. And as you see, I'm playing some fetch lands. I'm only playing them because I have access to them. If you are looking to budgetize this deck a little, then just cut them for basic lands. It should be fine. Cut the 4 Arid Maces for 3 plains, 2 mountains with the Scalding Tarn as well. Only other non-budget card in the deck is the Blood Moons. And they're, as well as Sacred Foundries. Both of these cards are cards you definitely want to put on your sort of modern wish list, stuff to get right away. Shocklands, Blood Moon are both excellent cards to pick up. If you don't want to pick up the Blood Moons, they're not essential to the deck. You can replace them with Maybe some more burn spells. Magma Jet would be a pretty decent addition to the deck. For the sideboard, pretty generic looking red-white stuff. 3 Stony Silences for Affinity and for Tron. Also comes in against Birthing Pod, although I don't always bring in all 3. Rest in Peace is good against Living End, Storm, and Tarmogoyf decks. Combust is good against Twin, Delver decks, and Blue-White Red. It kills their Celestial Colonnades. The extra Blood Moons for Tron, which there is a lot of online, as well as Scapeshift and Jund. Wear and Tear is, wear and tear. Kill an artifact, kill an enchantment, just kind of general good sideboard card. And then 3 Torpor Orbs. This is mostly there for Pod, but it can also come in against Twin. The deck looks bad. I kind of thought it was going to be bad, but it turns out it's not. And you're going to see me play some matches. The results are really positive. This deck is a blast to play and better than I thought it would be. So I'm kind of excited to just keep working on this. Evolve it, maybe make it so it's a little more diverse, can handle the combo decks better, because that's definitely a hole that the deck has right now. Enough talking. Let's let Burn the Burn speak for itself and get to some matches, guys.